I'm in Kyiv, having just come from Poland, where I was at the Ukraine Recovery Conference, to show our support for Ukraine in its fight against the Russians, but also to talk directly to the Minister for Defence here about what they need. And we're going to be publishing our Defence Investment Plan shortly, and I'm determined that that involves more money, spent more effectively, but crucially meeting the moment and the challenges that we face today, particularly here on the front line. Well, the Defence Investment Plan hasn't yet been published, and what I can tell people is that plan will involve more money. I'm already the Chancellor that's overseen the biggest uplift in defence spending since the end of the Cold War, but recognising the scale of the challenge we face today, we need to increase that amount further. We'll be doing so and setting that out imminently, and certainly ahead of the Nato summit in Ankara. But the new Prime Minister, who is almost certainly going to be Andy Burnham, will absolutely stand by Ukraine, as the UK has done, both as a government and as a people, ever since Russia's invasion. The Defence Investment Plan will be a detailed account of how we're going to spend that additional money to meet the scale of the challenges we face today. And crucially, the Defence Investment Plan will be about the wars of tomorrow and today, not of the past. And so one of the things that I've been doing whilst I've been here in Kyiv is meeting some of the British and Ukrainian tech and defence companies who are really innovating on the front line on an almost daily basis. And it's important when we publish our Defence Investment Plan, we learn from the front line, because the nature of warfare is changing at every moment, and we need to equip ourselves for the battles of the future. One of the things that I'm most proud of in my 2 years as Chancellor of the Exchequer is being the person that's overseen the biggest uplift in defence spending since the end of the Cold War. And we achieved that by reducing how much we spend on overseas development assistance. That was the right choice given the scale of the challenge we face today. But I recognise, the whole government recognises, that we do need to do more. And that is why, outside of a budget, outside of a spending review, we are about to announce a Defence Investment Plan which scales up even further the amount of money we're spending on defence. We're already set to get to 2.6% of GDP next year, in advance of many other NATO countries. But of course we've set that trajectory to get to 3% and then 3.5%, and the Defence Investment Plan will show the next stage of that journey. Well, I'm incredibly proud of the work that I've done as part of this Labour government to stabilise the economy and to grow the economy. And in the first quarter of this year, we had the fastest growing economy in the G7. Inflation in April fell and has then stabilised, unlike almost any country in the world. Interest rates have come down 6 times since I became Chancellor of the Exchequer, taking money off of people's mortgages, reducing government borrowing costs, and we've reduced the level of government borrowing. So I'm proud of my record, but there's more to do to make working people in all parts of our country better off. Now, obviously, the appointment of ministers is going to be up to the new Prime Minister, but I'm incredibly proud of my record as part of this Labour government. Well, the decisions around ministerial appointments are up to the Prime Minister. I'm not going to preempt those, but I'm proud of what I've managed to achieve: growing the economy, lifting 500,000 children out of poverty, increasing the national minimum wage and national living wage, taking money off people's energy bills, freezing prescription charges, freezing rail fares, freezing bus fares, all in the purpose of making working people better off, at the same time reducing NHS waiting lists and increasing by £120 billion the amount of investment that we're putting into the economy, whether that's in defence, energy infrastructure, digital infrastructure, or new transport connections in our cities and towns across the UK, and crucially not just in London and South East, but in the north of England too. Hello. Hello, very nice to meet you. A real privilege.
I'm Anna Burnham. I'm Advisor to Minister of Defence, responsible for Minister.
Yes. Hello, Minister. Hello. Hi, I'm Rachel Reeves. Very good to meet you.
And I think we should.
Very good. Very good. I was with Minister Marchenko in Gdansk a couple of days ago. So.
Super. I saw So you play chess?
Yes. Yeah. In the
I
park.
can play too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm not playing you then.
Thank you.
It's very good to meet you as well, Minister, and your team. And thank you very much for sparing time to meet with me. As I said, I've just come from the Ukraine Recovery Conference in Gdansk, where I was with Minister Marchenko, who I've got to know very well over the last couple of years. But it's an honour to meet you as well.
Very nice to meet you. This is our team. This is my deputy.
I don't think we've got a huge amount of time today. I'm very keen. I know a little bit about your strategy and your background. Obviously, we want to help you however we can, both in terms of military. Obviously, had briefings whilst I've been here, but also attend the COBRA and meetings in London. And we're going to be publishing our defence investment plan perhaps next week, but certainly before the Ankara summit. I know that you met with Secretary of State Dan Jarvis.
Yeah.
At the Nato summit a couple of week or so ago. It'd be useful to hear from you what specifically you're looking at from the UK over the next period.
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for your the Minister of Digital Transformation.
Yes, I know, and you've done an amazing
and we worked
job.
with your team too,
Yeah.
and we realized implemented a lot of different projects in our country, and we continued with defense direction. And
А хто у нас головний екскурсор? Аня. Ти? Да.
Let's start from the boats. This is something that I like. So here you see new modifications. So those boats are not kamikaze, but that can be a platform here where we can try to reach some of the Russian facilities.
And where is this?
It's all produced in Ukraine. So it more like the main idea is that we produce this in close contact with the military. So if like Russia will go away from the Black Sea, from our aquatorium, that's the problem now.
Yeah.
But I think this is the good example.
There's a relationship between UFOS Ukraine and UFOS UK.
Minister showed you a significant numbers how many Russian equipment we destroyed. So that was our solution when we had a lot of activities.
And how long does this go?
Sorry.
How far?
Now about 30 kilometers.
Okay. We've got ones that do more than that now.
It's a multi-copter, we can use it many times.
On where to target?
What's that?
Was the intelligence on what to target?
After this.
Yes, but it was the intelligence.
Intelligence from your side.
Fantastic.
Militaries were worked by feet mostly for intelligence, and now we have Ukraine-produced drones. They are make all the intelligence for the troops. It has better connection, it has better communication, it has better camera, and like we keep experimenting.
This is the best reconnaissance drones in the world.
Right, okay, so this is for checking things out,
Yes.
not for
And
taking things out.
Russia was well known